guys, and welcome for another video with Fen. In today's video I'm gonna make my late hero tier list. So I'm going to do a list for legendary heroes only, and later on I'll make another list for elite heroes. So the purpose of this list is to help you guys to know where you need to invest your legendary fragments. So this list won't tell you which heroes you need to place first as leader in your squad, and therefore which one you need to level up to level 60. So I repeat, this is really important. It's only for investing your legendary fragments. And as most of my viewers are free to play or spend little money, I'm going to focus on heroes that for battlefield, as you would probably never start a rally or defend a tower. So I'm going to start this list with the useless heroes, and first of all I'm going to put Peter and Enk, because these two heroes are mainly focused on siege and they don't really give more values on the battlefield, unfortunately. But let's move on. So after that I'll put Jaden. So Jaden is, first of all, you cannot invest your legendary fragment because you can only buy his fragments on the memory trip, and he's more focused on zombies. He's still good at the beginning of the game, but late game is pretty useless unless you got no one better than him. And then I'll put Maxime as well on D because she's a gathering hero, so of course don't use her in the battlefield. Also, next one I put Jonathan. So Jonathan, I don't like him very much because most of his skills is actually under conditions. I'll show you this very quickly. So here, for example, the first skill, you'll see if the target is a rally squad, that's a condition, you get additional bonuses. So that's one skill with condition. Then this one, when you defeat a squad, is again a condition. So it's really rare to defeat a lot of squads on the battlefield, so it's never useful, this one either. The third skill, you got also condition if in alliance territory you got extra damage factor, and then this one is a condition again when the remaining troops falls below 30%. So this hero, I don't like him and I'm never gonna use him because his skill sucks, really. Okay, and then we've got Bella. So Bella is a great hero. She's got really valuable skills overall, and all her skills are actually useful on the field battle, so I'm gonna put her in A. After that, we've got Catherine. So Catherine, you cannot spend your legendary fragment on her. You only need to buy the VIP packs to unlock all her skills, so it's a lot of money, but she's still a pretty good hero, I think. I'll still use her, and I'll put in B. She also has quite a few skills on zombies, so it's not really great either. And Cynthia is pretty much the same as Catherine, really, but she does actually less damage, so I'm gonna put her in C. After that, we've got Elena. Elena is actually a pretty great hero, so if I go and check her skills, you'll see I didn't spend anything on her. She's still a good hero. So you see her first skill, she's got the highest damage factor, but it's over 3 seconds, so she can make like heaps of damage. And if it's a flank target, you got an extra damage factor as well. Flank target will always happen in this case on the battlefield because you always focus on one squad with your 5 squads, so this is really good. And then she's got also a few really good skills like this one, so increase damage. This one, increase damage again, so she can do a lot of damage basically, and I think she's still pretty decent hero to invest in, and I'll probably put her in rank A. Then we have Sean. Sean, I think, is a very good range hero, and paired with Louis, she is a fucking monster. It's probably the highest damage dealing squad, Sean Lewis. Although if you check her first skill, so on her first skill, the range requires 1200, so it's actually higher than other heroes. Like for example, Eddie's 1000. All of the others except her has 1000. She's got quite a lot. She does a lot of damage with Lewis, but her survivability on the battlefield is not super high, so I'll just still put her in A, I think. And then later we've got Johnny. So Johnny is pretty good with his skill to reduce the healing effect. This hero is mainly for siege as well, so it's not really a good hero for battlefield, and it's hard to have a lot of fragment to spend on him. So this hero is mainly for start a rally on towers or a shelter, so it's more suitable for a person who spent quite a lot of money on the game. So for that, I'll put him in C. And then we've got Added. Added for me is one of the best infantry hero. All her skill is like very valuable. She's got a lot of buff on attack, but as well on defense, and then she can heal as well when she got a debuff. So I think overall she's pretty good. And then her last skills, if I'm not mistaken, boost also up to 5 squad. So if you check this one, you see upon receiving skill damage, reduce your squad and up to 5 nearby allied squad skill damage received by 20% for 2 seconds, which is pretty good. So she's a really good hero for the battlefield. And because of that, I'll put her on rank S. And then we've got Eddie. Eddie is a great hero. He's got a lot of counter attack damage. And then he can also debuff the squads. So if I check here, so he's got a shield and a decent damage factor. Then yeah, good defense and counter damage. And then more counter damage up to 44%. And then infantry squad HP again, 30%. And then if you awaken him, so when the shield is broken or disappear, then he can debuff up to 3 nearby enemy squads HP by 20% for 2 seconds. So this is really good too on the battlefield to have this kind of hero. For all of these, I'll put him in S tier. I'll probably put it after Ada. Then you've got Lee. So Lee is a very good hero and can debuff up to 3 squads. But one of his skills is like for zombie only, and in general his survivability is very low. I'm still using him a lot to make damage, but obviously he's getting out of date really, and I'm gonna put him still in B. I think it's still really good to have. Next, we've got Lewis, and Lewis is one of my favorite heroes because he's got a circular AoE if you awaken him, and he's really good to defend your shelter. So if your people swarming your shelter, you can make damage to all these people and make a lot of point in DS or Island Red, for example. And in general, he can pretty much boost range on every heroes, so it's really valuable. And because of this, you can pair him with any heroes really. Even if he has skills for range, you could potentially put him with infantry heroes, so that's not really a big deal. So obviously, I'm going to put in S tier, first position at the moment. Then we've got Martin. So Martin is pretty good to increase the healing effect, and he's got really good defensive skills too. So you can pair him with Tom, would be a really good duo. But again, he's getting out of there. There's a few skills that is not valuable at all on the battlefield. So pretty much similar to Lee, so I'll put him in B. Then we've got Master Jin. So Master Jin, you can only getting by unlocking your VIP level and then buying the VIP packs. So not really valuable. And Jin is actually a siege hero too. So it's better for a whale or person paying a lot of money to use him. So I think I'll put him in C tier as well. Then we've got Nakano. Nakano is also a pretty good hero for the range squad. But yeah, she's getting out of date too and obsolete big time because like you got much better heroes now, like Sean or Julia or Jacob. So don't spend your legendary fragment on I'd say I'll put it on C. And then we've got Sven. So Sven is really good heroes for Rider Squad and increase the survivability of this squad. I'm not too sure where to put him really. I think I'll still put in A and probably better than Alina, I would say. It's pretty good to pair him with Bella. Let's check quickly his skills. So yeah, he's got pretty good damage factor, good traveling speed, and then this is totally valuable all the time. So good attack and defensive boost, same reduction damage taken, and then this one, yeah, reduce damage taken for siege only, but then the bonus damage factor is only to garrison squad. So yeah, this skill is not really valuable. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Sven. I don't spend too much on him. But yeah, I think he's still good. So I'll put him, yeah, maybe B actually. Then we have a Robert. So Robert has really good damage factor, 12,500, and then he can debuff the HP of the target up to 25%, then increase attack and deflect damages. So when he's with another hero having shield is even better. He can create a shield as well on himself and one allied squad. So yeah, this is pretty good. And then also increase the counter damage. yeah, counter attack damage with the damage factor, which is good too. And so increased burn damage dealt to squad inflicted with HP reduction by additional to 50%. He's actually making a lot of damage too, so he's infantry squad, so it's pretty good for free-to-play players. I'll just put him in A. Then Regro. I'm still a fan of Regro despite the fact he's getting old. However, still valuable, I think, on the battlefield. And yeah, I don't know. I'll just yeah, maybe I guess I should yeah, either B or A, but I'll probably put still on A. I like Regro and his shield factor, so yeah, I think he's still pretty good. Then we have Bianca. Bianca, I don't have her yet, but if we check her skills, like her skill is fucking insane. She's really good for buffing all your squads, and that's why I like her so much, because she can increase the attack, defense, and even give rage recovery to your squad. Gives up to 3 squads for 4 seconds, and then if you awaken her, it's up to 5 squads as well. And it's to self and up to 5 nearby allies for 4 seconds, so it's actually 6 squads total, and you can restore 60 rage as well to these squads. And then this increased defense, it's really good all the time, increase attack all the time, increase basic attack all the time as well. And then we've got this skill every 10 seconds, going to shield with shield factor of 2800 up to 3 nearby ally squad. So this is awesome too. So I think for the field battle and as a free-to-play player, she's a must to have as well. And she's a roulette hero, so it's pretty easy to get her. For that, I'll put her in S rank. Then we've got Tom, and Tom again is also pretty old heroes, but I'm not too sure. I actually like Tom too. I haven't upgraded him yet, and I'm actually quite tempted to do it because, you know, there's not many heroes with healing factors, and he has really good healing effect. So I think he's still a valuable hero to have, and also his skills. So yeah, you see, I haven't used any fragment on him, but yeah, he's got a really good healing factor, and then reuse damage taken. So, and if I'm not mistaken, when awakened, then it reduces damage taken by you and nearby allies up to 5 squad in total by 15% for 3 seconds. That's why I think it's just so valuable as well, because you can buff again your squads, then it's got healing, and this is pretty low though. And he's got also a damage factor on the counter damage. You can also use him as a garrison hero. I think he's really good for garrison too. So yeah, I definitely think we should put him in S, but not on the first door, but yeah. Then we've got Thunder, and Thunder is my all-time favorite hero. He has the most insane healing skills. I don't need to explain his skills. I think it's pretty obvious. He's just freaking beast, and then I use him to defend my shelter and always make a lot of points when people attack my shelter. So therefore, always go on TS. And I think it should be the first hero you should awake. Then we've got Jacob. Jacob is a really great rage hero because he's got a defense talent tree. So let's see, I haven't unlocked him yet, but I actually like him a lot. So you see, you've got a defense talent tree, and when you're on the battlefield, you don't know which of your squad people is going to target. So if you want to have a ranged squad, it's pretty good to have him as a leader because he can tank a bit more, increase the survivability of your ranged squad. And then what I really like about him is he can deal up to 3 enemy squads with a lot of damage factor. And then if you have these skills as well, it can deal again another extra damage factor to 3 nearby enemy squads again. Yeah, this one is more for garrison as well, so I don't think I wouldn't use him as a garrison hero, to be honest, but just because he's got insane damage factor on 3 squads, I think it's pretty valuable to have him on the battlefield. For this reason, I'll put him in rank A. Then we've got Julia. I think Julia is fucking epic too. So yeah, she's got obviously a lot of damage factor, and then she recover rage pretty quickly. Rage requires only 1000, and then you've got pretty good range attack and defense. But don't forget, on range squad, your range troops have pretty low defense, so it's not going to be as good as a infantry when you increase by 20% your defense. Then yeah, also reducing your basic attack damage. When awakened, she can silence an enemy squad for 3 seconds, and I think that's one of the most valuable skill. Be able to silence an enemy squad is just insane, especially when you rally a tower or shelter. You can block completely the person from healing his troops. She's really valuable, but again, on the battlefield, I'm not too sure. I think on the battlefield she is really good, but Jacob would be better. So for this reason, I actually put her in A, but you can probably put her in S if you want. Maybe I should put her in S. And then we've got Victor, the last hero. Victor is a leader type hero. He's focused on garrison too. So maybe for garrison captain, it can be really good, but I would still focus on Thunder or Tom. So if you have these two heroes, you can use them on the battlefield all the time. Victor, if I check his skills, I don't think Victor will be an awesome hero on the battlefield, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not too sure. So I think it would be probably only really good in garrison, and that's all. So on the battlefield, I'll just not use her. So for that reason, I'll just put in A. So that's all I've got for you guys. I want to mention for Jacobs, Victor, Julia, and Bianca, I don't have these heroes yet. I haven't unlocked them yet. I didn't get a lot of feedbacks from other players either, so it's actually pretty hard for me to give you really good advice on these heroes. To be honest, if I were you, I would focus on Thunder, Lewis, and added probably, yeah, all these heroes on the top. That's the one I'm going to focus on. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope all this information was valuable to you. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel too. It really helped me to get more coverage and help more people to get better in the game. So have a good day. Bye.